Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for July 11th, 2013. It's currently 9 a.m. and we have another humid morning on the way with a lot of rainfall as well, as we have showers and thunderstorms throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area as a cold front approaches but stalls over the region. Temperatures this morning range from the mid 70s over much of the New York City metropolitan area, mid to upper 70s over the Philadelphia metropolitan area. I think you can see where the cold front is, where temperatures are falling into the upper 60s over northeastern Pennsylvania. Northeastern Pennsylvania is going to be a cool spot for today, with more of a polar type air mass trying to take hold over northeastern Pennsylvania. So you'll have drier conditions and temperatures most likely around the mid 80s. However, the rest of the region will experience, same thing we've been experiencing. Mid to upper 80s along the coast, upper 80s to possibly a few lower 90s over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. I think most locations will stay in the upper 80s though for today because of all the rainfall around the region. So let's talk about this rainfall. As you can see on the radar, northeastern Pennsylvania is starting to clear out nicely, and you might think to yourself, hey, these showers and thunderstorms are going to move off the coast and we're going to dry out and it'll be nice for this weekend. But unfortunately, that will not be the case, and I'll show why in just a moment. These showers and thunderstorms will be capable of very heavy downpours, and as a result, the showers and thunderstorms will be capable of producing flash flooding. We've already had one severe thunderstorm pop up over southwestern Connecticut. Expect more throughout the day, on and off. Not a widespread severe threat, but any of these thunderstorms in this highly tropical environment will be capable of reaching severe levels, which basically is wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, frequent lightning, very heavy downpours, and small hail. So any one of these thunderstorms could reach that level of intensity and happen rapidly without much notice. So be on guard. The main threat for today, especially from Philadelphia on east through the New York City metropolitan area, will be the heavy rainfall producing flash flooding. Rainfall amounts will range anywhere from 1 to 3 inches per hour in some of these thunderstorms that will lead to rapid flash flooding, major ponding on the roadways. In short, if you're caught in one of these thunderstorms, don't try to drive through it. Don't try to drive through submerged roadways. Just stay put. Okay? Don't try to drive through submerged roadways because they might be deeper than you think, and then you end up in a world full of trouble. So just use caution and be smart out there. And if you are caught in a heavy downpour, try to pull over to the side and wait for it to pass and then be on your way. Or at the very least, drive very slowly. Some people don't. I don't know why, but they don't. So this is pretty much what we're dealing with throughout the day today with these showers and thunderstorms streaming from southwest to northeast. And again, you look at this and you see the overall trend and you say to yourself, gee, it looks like it's going to dry out. I mean, it's drying out over eastern Pennsylvania. Should do the same for much of New Jersey, New York City, southeastern New York, Connecticut. We should see a drying pattern. Not exactly. This is the infrared satellite picture. And what I'm showing here is that the cold front is progressing nicely. It's seeing clearing skies over western and central Pennsylvania. And that's going to continue to press east. But notice the cloud cover here is starting to kind of back build here. Notice that we're not seeing that same progressive easterly movement over the Atlantic. In fact, everything seems to be slowing down. Why is that? Well, the answer for that is on the water vapor satellite picture. Here's our cold front moving. This is the trough that is driving this cold front, but this trough is starting to slow down, stall out, and cut off over the Ohio River Valley. That's going to slow down and stall this cold front. Where? Right along the New Jersey coast. And what's along the New Jersey coast? A lot of tropical moisture. So, the game plan here is this. If you're in eastern Pennsylvania, specifically northeastern Pennsylvania, you're going to dry out rather nicely this afternoon and evening with scattered cloud cover, slightly lower humidity, temperatures again in the 80s, not much in the way of showers or thunderstorms this afternoon or evening. As you move towards the Delaware River, higher threat for showers, but not exactly widespread, more isolated in nature, variable cloud cover. From the Delaware River on east, well, that's where unfortunately you're going to be stuck between this cold front and all of this tropical moisture. And oh, by the way, this is what's left of Tropical Storm Chantal, which is now a remnant trough. no threat for redevelopment, I think, considering the strong southwesterly winds about to capture all the moisture and remnant circulation of that storm. That is all going to be drawn up the coast this weekend along this cold front, which means scattered showers and thunderstorms will be a threat on and off throughout the day and throughout the weekend. And oh, by the way, there will be no relinquishment or end of the heat wave. Well, all right, there'll be one day, tomorrow, one day where we actually don't break 80 degrees. We'll be in the mid to upper 70s because of all the rainfall around the region. That's because our dew points are in the 70s, so it's going to, what we call wet bulb. After that, same tropical air mass, temperatures in the 80s for Sunday, for Saturday and Sunday, should I say. And then Monday on through much of next week, we're looking at hazy, hot, and humid weather conditions with the Bermuda High here locking in, this trough locked in over here. We're caught in between with all this tropical moisture, and that's going to mean temperatures in the lower to mid 90s away from the coast, upper 80s along the coast, high levels of humidity, and a heat index ranging from 95 to 105 from Monday on through much of next week. So get prepared for another heat wave. It's on the way. Here's the latest mild from the Penn State UL website. Again, we'll start with this evening. And now notice this evening, here's our trough, right? And here's this little upper level low starting to develop. Now, again, this is the European mild from the Penn State UL website. Here's our cold front moving through, and notice it's kind of stalling out here. Notice the winds at the mid-levels are from the southwest. So we have all this tropical moisture streaming up along the coast, and the cold front stalls, let's say, somewhere between the Delaware River and the New Jersey coast. By tomorrow evening, look what happens. Our trough is gone. Okay, it's lifted up into Canada, and what's left is this upper level low, very weak upper level low. And between that upper level low and our western Atlantic ridge is our surface trough right along the New Jersey coast. So the tranquil, beautiful weather that we were expecting for Saturday and Sunday, well, that's going to be up in Syracuse and Pittsburgh, where it's going to be very nice, low humidity, clear skies, very comfortable weather conditions. For our location on Friday, tomorrow, look for showers and thunderstorms throughout the region, back building towards northeastern Pennsylvania, by the way. Temperatures, because of all the constant rainfall, will be in the mid to upper 70s, a few lower 80s here and there over portions of the Philadelphia metropolitan area, and that's because of all the rainfall again. Now, by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday, the Bermuda high pressure system will gain a little bit more control, and so as a result, the showers and thunderstorms will become more scattered in nature, which means we'll have a little bit more sunshine, but we'll also be very hot and humid. So this weekend, look for temperatures in the mid to upper 80s away from the coast, mid 80s along the coast, feeling like the lower to mid 90s because of all the humidity. Then our heat wave really starts to take hold for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because the ridge is sitting right over at 500 millibars, right over the northern mid-Atlantic. At the surface, we have a high pressure system off the coast, and that means, of course, a southwesterly wind from the lower levels to mid levels, transporting all that tropical moisture from the Gulf of Mexico right into the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. And that's going to lead to temperatures in the mid to upper 80s along the coast, yes, even Long Island, and lower to mid 90s over the rest of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. With dew points in the 70s, that's likely going to lead to a rather uncomfortable heat index, an oppressive heat index. So get ready for your heat warnings out there for next week, with the heat index probably exceeding 100 degrees and temperatures in the afternoon in the low to mid 90s, low temperatures in the lower to mid 70s, and a threat for showers and thunderstorms each day. Yep, rinse and repeat. That's our summer. That's your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nyNJPAweather.com and NYNJPAweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.